You're watching the Lounge with Legends TV show with your hosts, Marty Martinez and James A. Phelps.
Boom! We're live. Is today Wednesday, James?
Oh my gosh, is it Sunday? You caught me, man. Is my hair combed?
Hey, what are we doing on a Sunday? What are we doing, brother?
Oh, I have a list of stuff that I'm doing. Trust me. Just like you, I got a list of things that I need done at the completed at the house. Probably just like you as well. I'm sure.
Hey, those of you that are wondering why we're going live on a Sunday, today is October 10th, which is World Mental Health Day. And we wanted to take this opportunity to talk about world mental health and why is it so important. And especially as us as veterans, because as we go through this journey of whether you serve one tour or you did the full 20 plus, we all carry some junk in our brain housing group. And so that's why we started Lounge with Legends. That's why Joint Task Force 214 is focused so heavily on veterans. We want to focus on World Mental Health Day. Plus, James and I were talking about this. We have a 90-minute Veterans Day special, and we wanted to say, hey, look, you know what? I'm going to work with you all and James, and we're going to build out a free giveaway on a mental health package. Things we're going to talk about. How to deal with life stressors, imposter syndrome, stuff like that. But we want to hear from people. What do you want to know? DM us some of those ideas, whether you hit us on our Lounge with Legends DM or our Joint Task Force 214. DM us and let us know what you think. And we'll start putting something together, and that'll be for our giveaway. But right now we're going to hit you with, we're going to keep this short and sweet because we know it's Sunday. Top 5 things. And we'll see if we can get Chris on here, Big Red Barn, as well, to throw his thoughts in. But James, you want to go first, brother?
Sure. I'll go first. I'll try this. You tell me if I got this right. So I would say the number one thing, one of the number one things, because there's no, for each person, it's going to be, the order is going to change. But I'd say live the life you want to live.
Yeah, I like that.
Live the life. Surround yourself. Bottom line is stop dreaming about the life you want to have and go get it. Right. When you and I were younger, steely-eyed second lieutenants, right? Or even before those days started, we dreamed about what we wanted to do before we joined the military. I know you did. I did.
Right.
Right. And there was one thing for me. I say, hey, I got to, for example, I'll use Ranger School for an example. That was the first hurdle for me. I said, hey, look, I have to get this. I looked to my left and right, and I said, I got to stop dreaming about it and then go out and go get it. And that's exactly what we did. Airborne.
Sounds like you've been reading some Damon John. He talks about that.
Just a little bit.
I think that goes right into what I would bring up is make yourself happy. No one else can create your happiness. You need to do it for yourself. You need to, as we say, we're always talking about creating space and filling it with value and opportunities. Well, the same is for you at home. You need to create a space and fill it with love in your home, so that you can have that peace inside. And so you got to make yourself happy. And I think it goes talking about what you're saying. So if you can read about places you want to go and then live that life you want, figure out what you need to do to go do that. I think, go ahead.
You just got to go get it, right? You just got to get started. A lot of times that we have, and especially in business, and we relate everything back to business a lot. But in business, You can talk about what you want to get done and what you want to accomplish. But at the end of the day, if you don't actually execute cross the starting point, you're not going to ever get to the finish line. So I would say, if I could add number 3, I would say, and this is important to me, and I had to learn this the hard way personally, avoid involvement with people who bring you down, or things that bring you down, that are not in line with your message or in line with your mind, in line with your beliefs. Many of us have, friends and families that we can rely on to support, to lean on for support. I think, Marty, giving you a pat on the back, I think the reason why our partnership and our buddy team works so well is that we can complement one another and lift each other up. When one of us is having a bad day, we can help the other one up, because, there's going to be times in your life that you got to have a pick me up. And if you don't have the right person lifting you up, they're going to only hold you down. Even if you look at it, I had today is Sunday. I was watching Joel Osteen earlier today, and, there was a couple messages in there, and, he tells you too during his preaching that, people come and go in your life. Just because they're your friends 20 years ago doesn't mean they're going to be your friends 10 years from now. There's people, and it's not that they're bad people or anything like that. It's just people are supposed to come around for you in a season sometimes, and if it's a bad season, it's time to change the season and move on to someone else and find some new friends.
I'm going to add to that, but from the other side, because people can bring you down by being overly positive. So you can have a positivity posse that isn't honest with you and fills your head with nonsense and isn't real. So you need the honest broker. So there's another part, is you need people who will keep you grounded, I guess. That doesn't mean to say that they're going to be negative Nancy's all the time, but you need to find that balance.
Agreed. That's a great point. That's actually a great point.
Because I've had those, you have I love you, Mom, but Mom's going to be there and be like, whatever you do, yeah, you can do it. And then you were like, shit, I can't do this.
Or you had that employee, or when you were in the military, had that soldier, you always knew no matter what the idea was, they're going to say, that's a great idea there, boss, or that's a wonderful thing. And that's the worst thing ever too. Because then you guys start lying to each other.
Had the boss. Okay.
Misery does love company.
But we had a boss that got upset that I wouldn't agree with him. And he was like, okay, got it. I just need you to agree with me. No, I'm not going to agree with you. This is a terrible idea.
Did we have that same boss? I can think of somebody anyway.
All right. So mine would be, and this is kind of pulling from Abraham Lincoln. It's wherever you work or whatever you do, be the best at it. Try to do the best. If your job is polishing floors, make them the best floors you've ever seen, right? If your job is picking up cow manure, be the best dang cow manure picker upper ever. Because it shows that you're taking pride in what you do. And it's going to, it gets in your brain housing group, because it shows that you do have pride in what you do, and that you matter. Because there's nothing worse than not being a contributing person in society. And then with that, every aspect of your job, not every aspect, but aspects of your job, you should enjoy. Whether it's something as simple as finding a moment to share a joke with somebody at work. If it's just miserable over and over and over, then yeah, you probably need to find a new job. And that's okay. Especially now in today's society, the gold watch clubs, those people that are going to retire after 30, 40 years, those days are over. Now people's transition over and over. It's okay. So you got to find what's going to make you happy, like you said in number 1, and then find the job where you can find happiness in it. What else you got?
I would, this one probably goes back to a couple of the other ones that I mentioned earlier, but, I think you just need to surround yourself with people that you love, or ultimately people that you like. If you can't bear being around that person that you're surrounding yourself with, then why bother doing it? Everyone at some point, we're primates. We are meant to travel and, in packs in a tribe, in a family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to find a strong, emotional, supportive network that's going to, be your safety net when times get rough, because times are going to get rough.
Right.
And that's what, a lot of us don't want to be honest with. You go on Instagram, you go on Facebook, you go on all these social media platforms, and people only show you the side that they want you to see.
Yes,
they don't show you the back end side, the stuff that when the rough times are getting rough, at night when Marty's calling and Marty's calling me and saying, dude, I can't sleep. I say, come on, take some Motrin face out, drink water, pull security. But anyway, I joke around about that, but it's so serious. It's such an important thing to remember. Life doesn't always have to happen on this thing here, right? Get out, go out and do some great things. My wife and I, we did our third annual. Thanks to her sister, Mary Beth Smith, for introducing us to this tradition. But we decorate pumpkins every October for Halloween, right? And then we keep them all the way through to November. So sometimes they look like pumpkin pie by the end of this. But anyway, we decorate and started this family tradition of decorating pumpkins and painting them. So that's what we did yesterday. And it was probably one of the best times of my life. That's
awesome. I think you hit on something about sleep. So I know we said we're going to do 5, but I'm going to add one more. Which is, I say it all the time, and it's get plenty of sleep and eat right. And so I always talk about the rest principle, right? Which is read, exercise, sleep, and think. If you want one of the best things for your mental health to get your brain housing group straight, read. I'm looking here. I've got one of our coaches, Kim Walsh Phillips, and her No BS Guide to Social Marketing. We've got the 10X rule. I've got future guest. This one's just scaring the shit out of me. Olin Lester.
That book scares me.
But we're constantly reading. You got to read. You got to PT. You got to sleep. This is something I struggle with. I wish I could sleep. Wish I could sleep more, but I'm trying. And then you got to think. Critical and creative thinking get you knocking out them cobwebs and just constantly keeps you moving.
One that I had to add was empty out the negative. Joel Osteen.
Nice.
Gosh, this is too I hate to say pats on the back for Marty today, but dang it, I got to give you another one. When Marty and I reconnected again, basically he taught me a lesson. He said, look, if you're going to be able to earn the money that you want to make, you got to learn. And he said, he said, you got to keep on learning. I said, what are you talking about? He said, you're not reading anymore there, hero. I said, you're right. So because of Marty, I now have a library. It's unreal how many books that I have surrounding me now that I dive into. But you know what? It actually helps get me in line with all those other things that we've been mentioning in this list. If you look at it, if one of these is lacking, probably in another area is lacking as well. So I appreciate it, Marty. Dang it. That's 2.
Yeah. Well, it becomes, I'm going to throw another one. It should be a final one, I promise, is find a hobby. Find activities that bring you joy. And I think this is you're seeing this with James. He's found an activity. He started to read again. For me, I've started doing PT. I've done the opposite of most retirees from the military. I've actually lost weight. I've lost body fat. I've gotten in better shape. I feel healthier because I fell in love with hobbies and activities, which is CrossFit, triathlon, whenever I can get to the pool, which is still hard with the COVID stuff. But, I am biking and running and lifting and stuff. So it's finding a hobby and an activity. And then, again, my number one principle is trying to be the adult today that my children will be tomorrow. So how do you do that? That's the biggest thing that I'm doing for my mental health. So I challenge you guys, what is the number one thing that you can do for that? And I'd love to see it in the comments. What are you doing for your mental health today on Mental Health Day? And, we've got our viewers are growing, but the challenge that James and I gave to ourselves, actually James gave to me and that we agreed together is we just want to help one veteran a day. And that's what Big Red Barn is doing. They're helping multiple veterans with their mission. And the way you all can do it, and won't cost you a dime, is going to our YouTube channel. It's in the description. Giving us a like, giving us a subscribe, and sharing it out, sharing the message. People have reached out to myself and James and said the Lounge with Legends show and what we're doing is actually working, and that makes us feel amazing to know that. And people are reaching out. That's why we've got A-Rod Salute to Suits helping us with the giveaway, which we're going to announce next week on Wednesday with our legend. We're going to talk about how the giveaway is going to work. And so again, if you can go and help us out with the YouTube channel, we'd really appreciate that.
I think the key overall, Marty, with this whole thing is, hey, just keep showing up, be present. And being present means, you could be in a room with someone and not spend one single moment with them.
True.
So be present in the moment, in your surroundings, and be where you are and be present. Stop showing up. We joke around, but we could say, let's go, let's do it. Let's just be present,
right.
Get your mind right, get your friends right, get your family right. And like you said all the time, you just said it, be the CEO of your life first. So let's do that. And you motivate me by doing this, and it reminds me. So what I'll do sometime today, maybe in the next 30, 40 minutes, I will show you the pumpkins. I'll do a Facebook Live or Instagram Live, and I'll show you the pumpkins. You guys help me pick the winner of the third annual Felt's Pumpkin Contest. I didn't enter this year because I win every year, so I didn't enter this time.
Nice. Nice.
I even had my daughter's boyfriend over, and he did a pumpkin yesterday.
So I wonder what some of the Halloween, I got to go decorate our pumpkins here. I'm not sure if we're going to carve or we're going to paint. Carvings look pretty rough like you're saying, by the time Halloween hits, but wonder what are some of the October traditions that we have from the viewers out there. Let us know in the comments what they are. But thanks, bud.
Hey, I saw Jason White on here. He's doing some amazing things with the Birdwell Foundation and stuff like that. Hey, keep crushing it, Jason. We see you. Got to get you in the lounge one day. Maybe we can collaborate together and do some stuff. We see you every day, man. We're following you. Keep doing the good stuff that you're doing down there. I won't say Semper Fi because I know you're a Marine, but I guess I have to say Semper Fi.
We love all our brothers and sisters. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. We said we were going to do 15. We went a little bit late, but we'll try to get Chris in here next time. I know we were trying to get Lamont Chris in here last, but he was doing some yard work, so I caught him unaware. So we'll get him next time, though. But appreciate it. Enjoy your Sunday and have a great week. Tomorrow we're going to do a marketing minute with Stephen Eugene Kuhn, and we're going to talk about the Have mission and how if you're a veteran entrepreneur, you can win you can earn some serious money with your pitch. So check us out tomorrow at noon Eastern. Thanks, and be legendary.
Airborne.
You've been watching the Lounge with Legends show on E360 TV, countering the narrative that veterans are all broken misfit toys. Veterans are the lifeblood of American freedom. Serving in harsh situations, coupled with their training, have forged them into some of the most resilient and capable leaders in the world. And that's where we come in, celebrating the success stories, taking you on a journey of transformation from military to business. We hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll be back soon. But find us on Facebook at Lounge with Legend or at JTF214. Till next time.